right, so 60 seconds starts now.
Okay, you gotta make the sounds. You gotta go slower because this is a new hope.
All right, well,
Okay.
do you have a better attitude or no?
No.
Well, beware and warning and welcome, everybody, to Choose Your Own Book Club.
Mm-hmm.
This is a podcast all about the Choose Your Own Adventure books. So, my name's Peter. I'm a librarian.
My name's Abby. I'm also a librarian.
You have attitude today.
Yeah, I even was bobbling my head.
Uh-huh.
Sassy.
Sassbrarian.
Sassy Abby.
Or Sabby. On this podcast, we go through every single Choose Your Own Adventure book.
In order.
In order.
With some spice.
Some spice?
Yeah, we add spice.
Like what kind of spice?
Dill.
Is dill a spice? I guess it is.
Yeah, if it's in your spice cabinet, it's a spice. Nutmeg.
Well, so we're definitely adding...
Salt.
Is salt a spice? I don't know.
I add saltiness to my assessment of
to your
these books
attitude.
all the time.
Yeah.
So yes.
Okay, fair enough. That is a good point.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we're definitely adding something into the pot of this soup that we call a podcast.
Stone soup.
I mean, this podcast is barely soup. It's more like a broth with this like a little bit of like.
It's like the soup in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when it's like, oh, it's just cabbage and water. Nothing goes better with cabbage than cabbage.
That is this podcast, yeah.
Oh.
Please, sir, I want some more. But you have to wait 2 weeks
Yeah.
between episodes. Unless you're binging, in which case you can get through this in a long weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, enough about that. We're definitely throwing something into the mix today because we didn't do a Choose Your Own Adventure book today, did we, Abby?
No, we did a flippin' adventure book.
So we did a Choose Your Own Star Wars adventure book.
It's just a flippin' adventure book. That's what I'm calling the books that are called a Choose Your Own Adventure book, but really, you don't make a whole lot of choices. You get to the bottom of the page, and it's like, flip to page whatever. And then you flip to that page, and you read the page, and then it says, flip to this page. And you flip to that page. And instead of making a choice, it says, flip to this page. And it's just you flipping from one page to another page to another page, which is what we call a book.
That is how books work.
It's just a book. But instead of going sequentially, it's just making you turn to random numbers.
Well, that's a fair assessment of this book.
Yep.
I did like this book, though, so we'll get into that.
Because you're a dork.
Jeez.
No.
You need to take your spiciness down, okay?
Okay, fine.
You are off spice privileges.
I need a Snickers, I think.
So yeah, in the late.
Except this room is too hot.
Yeah, it's a little. This room is a little spicy.
I told you.
We recorded Abby's library, and it's a little hot today.
Yeah.
Good thing we have to do 2 episodes today. That's on the way over here. I was thinking about that. That's how you know you have a podcast when, number 1, you just start talking about Star Wars for no reason, and number 2, you have to record 2 episodes at once. So we're officially at that stage. The Choose Your Own Adventure brand, in the late 90s, kind of when the Choose Your Own Adventure books were running out of steam to begin with, at least with that original run, they branched out and did Choose Your Own Adventure Star Wars for the first 3 books, I think to coincide with the special editions of the movies that got re-released.
Yeah.
Before George Lucas did all of his edits and weird things.
It was like, I remember when they came back into the theaters, you know, like in my youth. And then we were all like, oh, we get to see him in the theaters.
Just like that?
That's how I sounded when I was that age, which is really weird because I don't sound like that anymore. But, puberty.
That's how you sounded like this. All right.
Yep, exactly. Man, wild times.
Well, speaking of childhoods, though, what is your relationship with Star Wars?
So I will call myself a very casual Star Wars fan. I know a lot about Star Wars. I've seen all of the movies and most of the TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
I've read several of the Star Wars books, like novelization kind of things, and like branch off books. Played a lot of games, so maybe a little more than casual, but I'm not the type of Star Wars fan who gets mad about Star Wars, because there are fandoms that I get angry about. I will say I have a lot of attachment to Harry Potter.
Well, that's just a whole nother...
Yes. And so my my level of like knowledge and investment in Harry Potter, and then my devastation
yes, with
and,
realizations
with like with the climate around J.K. Rowling's
sure, that's fair,
ruining of her own personal legacy has just been very like personally devastating for many, as it has been for many other Harry Potter fans.
Of course.
I have just for everyone's personal reference, I have a very, very, very large, like quarter of my back Harry Potter tattoo.
Which is very cool.
And it's been one of those kinds of things where it's like, I don't even want to tell people that that's what it is kind of thing, you know?
But it's not...
I know, it's a really tough kind of thing, right? But like for Star Wars, it's like I wouldn't even consider getting a Star Wars tattoo. And I have a ton of tattoos. But yeah, I'm just very casual about it when people are mad about certain things. Like, oh, I'm mad about this character being a girl or being black or whatever. I'm like,
well, that's dumb. That is...
it's really dumb. Or, I just don't care. Like, I like the action. I like the adventure of it. And I think I liked the most recent couple movies.
I do too.
I think they're really fun. And when people get like really grumpy and angry, like they ruined Star Wars, I'm like, calm down. They made it fun for a new generation.
People are yelling at their phones.
They
right
really
now.
are. I just think, like everyone just has to approach their fandoms with
grace.
Like allow other people in kind of attitude.
Exactly.
So,
especially when fandoms like this are often for the people that are neglected to begin with. Like, I guess to talk about my childhood, like I really love Star Wars because I was a nerd. Yeah. And so, but it's...
What?
Yes, well, I have a podcast about a book series that half of them are out of print. So yes, Abby, I was a nerd. Not like now, though.
No, oh my God. Not at all like now.
I had to get the smelling salts because Abby was so shocked by that revelation that I had to wake her up.
Oh, God.
But anyway, I guess to your point, like grade school was rough, and like you kind of found your people through things like this, and it does kind of suck when this can be kind of like a life raft or for some people, and then some people feel the need to like neglect or shove people off the lifeboat.
Exactly. Everyone's allowed on.
Exactly.
It's not like the door in Titanic.
There's plenty of room.
There's plenty of room.
It just looks a little bit different, but
it's
that's
like
okay.
Mary Poppins' bag. There's room for all of us.
But anyway, more to your point, I'm kind of in the same boat with you, both metaphorically and literally, where I've seen all the movies, seen a lot of the TV, the animated and the live action like Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Read some of the...
Love me some Mandalorian.
Right?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Oh, and Andor. Have you seen Andor?
Yeah.
Andor is so good. And read some of the books, some of the Timothy Zahn Thrawn books, both the old ones and the new ones. I've also played a lot of the games too, which is kind of what I want to...
Like the video games?
Yes,
or
like the video
board
games.
Okay.
That's kind of one of the things I wanted to get into because I think it steers well into this book. So I play a lot of video games. Like I play a lot of like kind of like.
This is also surprising for me. I'm learning so much.
Oh yeah, because my whole vibe doesn't give that off.
Yeah, your whole vibe is very cool.
So I kind of tend more towards like story video games, like a Fallout or like a BioShock, where like you kind of have to make moral choices. And I always try to do like the most moral choice because I don't think it's fun to like mess with people, even if they're like they're not real. Like if they're
you don't run away from your friends, or tell them to come save you in a crevasse just because you're a coward. When you're playing
in the
games?
in the books, in the books I try to go how I actually would, given the few choices you're able to do.
Okay.
But in like a game, like I won't steal from anybody.
Yeah.
I won't just do bad choices in general.
Right.
I try to do games like that morally.
Right. Okay.
Unless it comes to Star Wars. If there's a Star Wars game and I can be evil, I will 100% murder everyone in it. Do not
He's like,
care.
is there a kid? Where's the kids? I'm going to kill them.
I don't know what it is. Because there's this
You would be Anakin. You would be killing
I totally
everybody.
would be Anakin.
Oh my God.
And again, like not like that for any other game, but for Star Wars, for whatever reason, I will 100% be evil right off the bat.
Well, I love that. That is incredible. Okay.
So anyway, but I think that goes well with this book because Abby is right. And we'll get more into it, but Abby's kind of right in that you don't get to make a whole lot of choices in this book, unfortunately, but I think some of the choices you are able to make are some of the most interesting choices ever in a Choose Your Own Adventure book, in my opinion.
I have a favorite choice ever in a Choose Your Own Adventure book in this one. And when we get there, it's hilarious.
Awesome.
I can't wait.
Well, then I guess let's get to it. Let's do Choose Your Own Summary.
Okay.
I forgot the name of it really quick. You're going to summarize this book in 60 seconds or less, but you get to choose how you want to do it.
Okay.
So, option 1 is, of course, Darth Vader makes an appearance in this book. Oh, I should say, this book is A New Hope, which is the first Star Wars movie. We should talk about that really quick. What's your favorite Star Wars movie?
Okay, my favorite Star Wars movie is the Ewok one. There's hold on.
Cartoon?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's called Ewoks: The Battle for Endor. It's a 1985 American fantasy adventure film. I don't know why I love it so much. And shout out to my friend Rob, but he ran like a one-shot Star Wars RPG one time for a bunch of friends, and he was just like absolutely ragging on me because I was like, I want to play as an Ewok. And
but that's easy. You could just like convert like a halfling character easily to like an Ewok.
The cool thing about Rob is that he writes a lot of tabletop RPGs.
Yes, and we're going to potentially have him on the show later, right? Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. And he wrote that Star Wars RPG that we played. So
that's fun.
He had written like some character stuff, and so he was able to pull in an Ewok character who, I think it was an Ewok named Kiefer Sutherland, which was goofy for sure.
Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I really, really loved the Ewoks as a kid, and so that Ewok movie was my favorite, and it still is. Like, I just have an attachment to it because I thought the Ewoks were so intriguing. Like, what's their whole vibe? I just love it. They're like baby Chewies.
Well, that was the whole point. Is that George Lucas wanted to do. I'm sure everyone knows this, but George Lucas wanted to do Wookiees for Return of the Jedi, but it was too expensive, so we cut them in half. And for some reason, that was less expensive. I don't understand how, but
you have to buy less fur.
Right, but then you have to hire a whole bunch of actors of a certain height. I feel that would be more expensive.
Or children.
Or
child actors, just really cheap.
Yeah, perhaps.
Child labor laws.
Oh, anyway, my favorite movie out of all the Star Wars is New Hope.
Okay.
Which I told my wife is a huge Star Wars fan. I said that New Hope is a perfect movie, and she laughed at me because she thought I was being funny. I was like, no, New Hope is a perfect movie. The lightsaber scenes, just a little bit dated now. They're not that fast.
Yeah,
but
slow.
Other than that,
Right.
It's a little bit of a slower movie, but I think it's still like the perfect movie right off the bat.
Is that a hill you're willing to die on?
Absolutely.
Are you willing to watch my favorite Star Wars movie and then put it up against A New Hope? Because I think that you might be surprised when you watch Ewoks, The Battle for Endor, and then you'll be like, whoa, I was wrong. This is a perfect movie. That little girl has cute curly hair. Look at her next to those Ewoks. This is adorable.
You've seen the Christmas special, I take it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. With B. Arthur being sassy. Oh, is B. Arthur your spirit animal?
No.
Okay. You had to think about it, though.
A blanket is my spirit animal. I just, like, basically, I always want to be in bed.
Sure.
Always.
Mm-hmm.
I just always want to be napping.
So how about let's get to...
Anyway, we'll talk about this book now that we're 20 minutes into this podcast.
Oh, boy.
Like I said, if you've seen the movie, you basically have read the book.
Yes. So how about you are going to summarize this book in 60 seconds or less, but you get to choose how you want to do it. So option 1 is Darth Vader makes an appearance in this book. Mm-hmm. And so you're going to do it in Darth Vader voice with a...
Oh, I got to do the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. Or option number 2 is I have some yardsticks here, and we're going to lightsaber duel for 60 seconds while you summarize. I was going to bring pool noodles, but I forgot.
Oh, my God. Well, I like both of those options.
You can do both if you really want to.
I think we should duel. Well, we got to stand up. We can't. No one's ever lightsaber battled sitting down.
But we can't.
No one's ever lightsaber battled sitting down.
But said in the president.
But we're just like
exactly.
No.
I don't want to stand up and then like have to like all the mics like. I want to readjust my mic again.
Okay, fine. We got to make the sounds.
Well, yeah. All right. So 60 seconds starts now.
Okay. You got to make the sounds. You got to go slower because this is A New Hope. My parents live on a moisture farm. On Tatooine. Moisture farm on Tatooine. And my friend Luke comes to my window in the middle of the night and says that Archie ran away and I got to go and help him find it. And while we're out there looking for it, then all of a sudden, Ben Kenobi, this Tusken Raider comes and tries to get us, and then Ben Kenobi saves us. And then he's like, oh, snap, we gotta, there's a message in the R2 unit for me, and now we gotta go and something. And then we find Han Solo. Oh my God, so basically it's just the whole plot of the movie, but every once in a while you get to make a choice. So if you've seen the movie, you've done this. You can go. It's 5 seconds. Lightsaber. It's supposed to hurt. It's made out of lasers.
You're done.
Oh. Yeah. I cut off Peter's hand.
No, it was my pointer finger, and it hurt.
He's Luke in this scenario. I just cut his hand off. He's going to have a robot hand now.
All right, so I guess let's get into this book. And
so you're Abby, like basically just to summarize,
mm-hmm.
Imagine the entirety of the movie and then just like insert yourself as like a side character who's like a shadow following the entire main cast throughout the entire movie.
Basically, you have no personality, you have no backstory.
Yeah, you're just a guy who follows, and anytime someone says something, you'd be like, yeah!
And yeah, sometimes Luke's lines in the actual movie become your lines.
Yeah.
And so that's the difference, more or less. Mm-hmm. But anyway, I guess let's get into it. So yeah, you live on a moisture farm with your parents on Tatooine, just like Luke did. Mm-hmm. But of course, this is your actual parents.
Yeah.
Luke lived, obviously, with his uncle and his aunt.
Mm-hmm.
Because
orphan.
Well,
not really, but still.
Right. Mm-hmm. Spoiler alert.
Oh, if you've not seen A New Hope, there's going to be spoilers in this episode.
Or no, but Empire too, right? Reveals.
Sorry, there's going to be a lot of Star Wars spoilers in this. If you've not seen any Star Wars.
So,
turn it off now.
So basically, you have this almost the exact same drive as Luke. Like, you want to get off of the planet 2, and you want to join the Imperial, not the Imperial. You want to join the Starfleet Academy.
Yeah. You want to be a pilot.
You want to be a pilot, but it's just kind of hard for you to get off Tatooine.
Yeah, man. It's hard out there being a moisture farmer. Woo. On a sand planet. Somebody's got to do it.
Moisture's coming in real good this year.
Yeah, you can see it coming right up through the ground. I don't know how it works.
I don't know either. I think it gets it out of the air.
I think it's condensation.
Hey, it's a good crop of moisture this year.
I saw this.
Actually, I want my moisture to be organic. Is that okay?
No.
Okay. So basically, you are you're just this no-name person.
Yeah, you really have no name.
And then Luke comes to your window, just like you said in your description, and he's like, "Hey, I lost my droids. My uncle's gonna be really mad at me. Will you help me out?" And then you help him out, and then from there it starts to go into the beats of the actual
and he's also like, I saw this hot chick in the holovid. Whoa, she was super smoking pretty.
Yeah, it does say like, yeah, I saw this really pretty princess, or I saw this really pretty lady, and not retconning that at all.
No.
So then you set off on this Luke's speeder, and then I thought this was a kind of an interesting detail because you see C-3PO at the controls, which I always thought was weird in the movie, but they bring it up in the book, and it's like you ask C-3PO like, why are you why are you on the land speeder? Like, you just got here.
He's like, actually, that is my secondary function. I have a really good C-3PO voice.
It was perfect.
Thank you.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
So this is written by Christoper Golden, and so I think he definitely knows the source material and definitely likes the source material too. So I thought that was kind of an interesting detail. So then, story beat, just like normal. You run into the Tusken Raiders, and you can. It's your first choice, but not really.
No.
Because you can either fight with Luke, or you can run away.
Yeah, for quote unquote help.
Yes.
But it's because you're scared. It's scary out there. Well, and two, like, this was part of the problem with it was every choice that you could make, in my opinion, was like trying to have you make a choice that would follow the path of the movie, because if you...
At least at first,
yeah. Because if you didn't, then it would basically lead to the end.
Right.
So, yeah, if you choose not to stay and fight, then you do run. You're like, I'm going to help you out, bud. Like, I'm totally going to get some big guys, real big guys. We're going to come back. You go and you're like, oh, there's a bantha. I'm going to jump on this and run away. No, then you just get your stuff wrecked by a Tusken Raider who's just right there.
And then so basically from there, the movie kind of still plays out where it's like Ben Kenobi shows up and helps you, or it helps Luke, but doesn't help you. And you like drift out of unconsciousness and you die.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
you're fatally wounded.
Yeah, you're fatally wounded, and like because no one helps you.
Right.
You are forgotten in this book several times, and that's one of the instances.
Yeah.
So anyway, what you're supposed to do obviously is you're supposed to help Luke, and then Ben Kenobi shows up.
Helps you both.
Yes. And then there's just a lot, like you said, there's a lot of flipping around.
But the one positive thing about the flipping around, it's like, think about your choice while you turn to page 72. It's like, okay.
Yeah, the little prompts at the bottom, instead of just turn to page, whatever. You're right. It's more descriptive than that.
Right.
Which is interesting.
Which was nice because it was like, okay, at least it's like, oh, help Luke get to page 34. You know, watch your friends as they walk over to whatever. Stay with so-and-so while they grieve the loss of someone to page 48. Or,
Right.
It was like more than just like flip to whatever. But still, it was just flip to whatever.
Right,
so
exactly.
I made the joke as I'm reading it with my son. Like, this is a flippin' adventure book.
So then, you uncover the message. You find the droids. You see the sand people?
You see the
Jawas. Yes. You see the Jawa
sand crawler.
You see it destroyed.
Yep.
And then so that's your next big choice is, do you go with Luke or do you stay with Ben Kenobi?
Yes.
And that was an interesting choice, I thought.
It was, because you would think then, like with the first choice, like, okay, you want to stay with Luke.
Go with what the movie says.
Yeah. So then you'd think, okay, I should go with Luke. But if you do go with Luke, then you realize, oh man, if I stick with Luke, like, this is bad. My family could die.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And so then that's
So it's
actually the wrong choice.
That's somehow the wrong choice. But it's an interesting choice because that's kind of what would really happen in real life, I feel.
Oh, for sure. So, yeah, you stay with Ben, Kenobi, and the droids.
Mm-hmm.
Then Luke comes back and he's like, mega super mad. I mean, as anyone would be if a bunch of stormtroopers killed their family.
Mm-hmm. You go to Mos Eisley Cantina.
Mm-hmm. Listen to some banging music.
Some swinging tunes.
Yo.
B. Arthur isn't there to
No.
to sing a song.
Nope.
But again, it kind of plays out. And this is your first real choice is, do you go off with them on the space adventure like you normally do it in the movie, or do you stay behind and talk to your parents, be like, hey, I might be gone for forever. So do you stay behind or do you go? So what did you do right off the bat?
So from that big choice, I was just like, man, they'll be fine without me.
Oh, did you? Okay.
I did. I did not go back home because I was like, I don't want to go home. They're going to like guilt trip me. I know what parents do. They're going to do that. I'm not going to go home. So I just left.
Okay.
I left with the cool, fuzzy guy and the sexy space boy.
All right. Well,
what did you do? Did you go talk to your parents?
I went to talk to my parents because that is such what happens then. That should have just been the whole book, I feel, because like so many interesting choices happen. So did you end up doing that?
No.
You didn't end up doing that at all?
No.
Oh, because it's so interesting. So what happens is they go off on their space adventure, Ben Kenobi and the whole gang. They leave you behind. There's no transportation to get back home. They left you no money.
Jerks.
Exactly. You are on your own.
Rude.
So you have to get a job at the bar. Okay, and you're a kid. You're the same age as Luke Skywalker.
Okay.
And so, you have to get a job.
You have no skills right now, too, except for farming. So.
Right. And even that is questionable. So then you find out that the guy is the main bartender that yells at Luke to get the droids out. He's a Empire sympathizer. Some stormtroopers come in and they say, hey, we're looking for these space people. We're looking for Luke. We're looking for Han Solo.
Yeah, have you seen these droids kind of thing?
Yes, exactly.
Those aren't the droids you're looking for.
Exactly. So, like, hey, we're looking for these people.
Okay.
So then from there, there's a choice like, hey, do you just hang out in Mos Eisley or go about your business, or do you charter a plane, not a plane, do you charter a spacecraft to go and warn Luke?
That is an interesting choice.
Did you do any of this at all?
No.
That's why this book is so good.
No, I didn't do any of that. I just like went with them, and then we did like the whole. Basically, it was like a junior novelization of the book.
Okay, yeah,
of the movie.
That's I feel like that's what this book should have been, was just this side adventure.
Yeah, because that's why I was saying you were like, this is like my favorite one ever. And I'm like, bro, this is like literally just the movie. This is. Okay. I was like, I'm just reading a junior novelization of the movie. That's what I felt like.
Because then so many interesting choices open up. So that you charter the spacecraft, you go off on the adventure, you get caught, you go on to the Death Star, and then there's a whole bunch of interesting choices. Like you can turn to the dark side.
Shut up! I didn't get to do any of this. You love being evil too, so this is
exactly.
probably amazing for you.
I instantly was like, yes, sign me up. I am here for it.
Oh my God!
Because then what you can do then, you can get thrown into prison with Princess Leia. And you're like, hey, I know Luke, and I know Ben Kenobi, and she's like, oh, Ben Kenobi, I know him. And so you're like, hey, we're going to Alderaan because we have these plans because whatever. She's like, hey, just so you know, the rebel base isn't on Dantooine, it's on Yavin 4, but don't tell anybody. So
you're evil and you tell everybody.
So yeah, if you're evil, you can tell everybody, and then so Alderaan doesn't blow up.
Oh.
So that means that Ben Kenobi and Luke Skywalker and Han Solo, they actually go to Alderaan. And then so Ben Kenobi potentially lives in a certain storyline.
What?
Because again, if he's on Alderaan, he's not on the Death Star. Isn't that interesting?
Yes. Let me tell you, I was making choices and stuff and like moving the story along and blah, blah, blah. Because basically as I was going along, like the choices that I could make were like a good choice or just like the dumbest possible choice that any human could make. It would be like, do you want to help this person or do you want to eat a sandwich made out of poopy? Like those would be, I'm like exaggerating, but that's like how the choices would basically be laid out. It would be like, well, obviously I'm going to help the person. I don't want to eat a poopy sandwich. So like the choices were so obvious that like, well, obviously I'm going to do this. I mean, I would read the second one and it would be like, oh, you ate the poopy sandwich and you died from poopy disease. Immediately. It was so.
Not poopy disease.
Yeah, you could die from poopy disease. But that's how it was until, you go off with Han Solo, you get to Alderaan. It's that's the meteor shower. Oh no, they blew up the planet. Oh no, that's not a moon. Blah blah blah. You get in the tractor beam. You go inside. You fight the people. Then you go to the prison bay, and then there's the part where Han Solo is talking on the comm to like the.
We're all fine here now.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yeah, how are you? Then the guy's like, what's your number or whatever, and he like blows, blasts the comm panel. That is the part where you get to actually make an interesting choice.
Oh, okay.
Finally,
because I didn't do your storyline.
Okay.
Because I was like, I am fulfilled by this book. I don't need to go any further. This is the best book ever. So what was your?
Okay, so you can either let Han blast away, or you can jump in and be like, hey, bud. Let me take over. You're really doing just a really terrible job. I'm really good at negotiation, so let me take over. So you can jump in, which is what I did. I was like, he is just bad at this. So then I jump in and I'm like, yeah, we got a guy down here who's just going real nuts. So we're gonna go ahead and put him in one of the cells, and it's just fine. No worries. It's cool. And they're like, that sounds like a good idea that you put that crazy nut job guy in a prison cell. What's your number? And then you're like, oh no, what's my number? And then you see a guy on the floor. It's like one of the guys that Chewie blasted earlier, and you look inside of his hat and you're like, it's 9647 something niner. And they're like, oh, good job, 009. And you guys like all leave, and you do the same, like, oh, we're going to put Chewie in, like, handcuffs and Leia in handcuffs, and we're going to walk out and pretend that we're, like, their prison guards. And then we walk them onto the Millennium Falcon, and Ben comes with us, and then we go. And then it just is, like, everything proceeds as normal, and the rest of the movie is fine, and we blow up the Death Star.
Cool.
Yeah. But Darth Vader never, like, makes an appearance then.
Oh, okay.
It's just, like, a one kind of page thing at the end. Then it's like everything is fine, and you guys leave, and then you go to the Rebel base, and you get the plans, and you blow up the Death Star. It's fine. It's all good. It's fine.
Well, then I guess we
You're
should talk.
supposed to let him blow up the panel, though.
Right.
To like do the full junior novelization. But you can really do like the full junior novelization of it, basically.
That shouldn't have been an option, I feel.
No,
because that's not fun.
No. But I don't know. For me, it was very, like, just flipping pages. It was boring.
Right.
The first few things, I was like, oh my gosh, all I've done is flip. I made like 2 choices in the first like hour that I was reading it. I had made like 2 or 3 choices.
And you don't want a poopy sandwich.
No, I wasn't going to eat a poopy sandwich. Can I tell you my favorite choice in the whole book, though?
And I have a couple for...
I only have one.
Okay.
Because if instead of taking over at the comm panel, if you let Han blast away, then of course, the rest of the movie plays out. Leia blasts a hole. You go into the garbage chute, into the trash compactor, And then, of course, there's like it's the tentacle beast thingy comes up. This is the best part. The snake thing, Han's like, oh, maybe the reason that snake thing ran off, I don't like the sound of it. The trash compactor is going.
Yes.
Leia, we're inside a trash compactor. And then Luke is trying to get a hold of C-3PO and R2 and get them to shut down the trash compactor. And he's like calling them on his little comm link, blah, blah, blah. And here are your two choices because they're not answering. If you stay calm, if you personally stay calm and think of options, turn to page 16. But if you panic along with Luke, turn to page 103. And I just loved that option to panic because you're like, you completely lose your cool. Give me that thing, you shout. And then you're just like freaking out. We don't have a second. And you're like fighting with Luke for it. And then he like bobbles it and you drop it into the trash. And then you and all your friends are crushed to death inside the trash compactor simply because you lost your cool. Without the plans for the Death Star and the leadership of Princess Leia and Ben Kenobi, the rebellion suffers a serious setback and the war drags on for decades. The end.
Yay!
So you heard it here first. Don't lose your cool.
Ever.
Especially if you're in a trash compactor. Think of options. Stay calm.
Well, again, my storyline was clearly the more
dynamic
and interesting storyline. And again, I feel like that should have been the whole book.
Mine was a poopy sandwich.
You're kind of like a spy, and you can choose to give up Yavin 4. And from there, it gets kind of even more interesting. So Yavin 4 is destroyed. Alderaan is safe, though. Because, again, if they know the whole reason that they're interrogating Leia is because they want to know where the rebel base is. Now that Yavin 4 is destroyed, the Millennium Falcon is coming to the Death Star with Luke, who you now kind of betrayed. So there's a couple different things you can do. You can use Leia to force the rebels to surrender.
Okay.
Kind of like as a hostage.
Right.
You can decide to aid the rebels and help Leia escape.
Okay.
Because you potentially feel bad for, killing the rebellion, basically.
Whoops.
Or you can decide to play it by ear. So if you decide to use Leia to force the rebels to escape, basically everyone gets captured, and you have to execute all of your friends. And then you know that, you become a commander, and you basically know that sooner or later you're going to screw up, and you're going to be executed at some point. Okay. But you become an Imperial commander. The end.
Yay.
If you decide to help Leia, I think you escape too, and Alderaan is safe, but Leia never really speaks to you because you betrayed her trust, and Yavin is destroyed. But if you play it by ear, Leia kind of like tries to make a move and like escape from you. Stormtroopers try to shoot at her. They shoot Luke instead. Luke dies.
Oh.
And they drag him back onto the Millennium Falcon and escape. And then Vader kills you. So, again, this very interesting... That's what this book should have been.
Yeah.
Because those were just so interesting of choices and just so different from what this movie was. And I think what this book was really trying to go for. Maybe, again, this is written by Christoper Golden. Maybe like his hands were tied a little bit like, hey, you have to do some of the movie.
Yeah. I wonder if it was like, you have to, at least one of your paths has to kind of force people down the path of the movie, essentially.
Right.
But I do think it's way more interesting since they're adding you as a character anyway.
Right.
Really, it's like the butterfly effect of having you in there is what's interesting.
Yes. Well, I guess maybe to be fair, there was VHS copies of this movie, but obviously it wasn't streaming, it wasn't DVDs yet.
Yeah.
So maybe it was just harder to see, at least so readily on demand. So maybe you kind of had to remind people what actually happened.
Right. Well, and I wonder too if there's something to be said about right now in our like cultural kind of history of Star Wars. It's like very acceptable and cool, right, for Star Wars
Usually, yeah. Well, definitely a lot more.
Right. But I remember my uncle and other people saying, like, you know, when Star Wars came out, it was definitely not like, oh, this is what everybody loves, Star Wars.
Even though everybody
very
saw
cool.
it, like
Right.
everyone wanted to pretend it wasn't a thing.
Right. Well, and, you know, it's like,
Kind of like Avatar. Like everyone saw Avatar, but no one, quote unquote, likes Avatar.
I've never seen Avatar.
I haven't seen Avatar either, but I think it's like a comparison.
But too, like, I mean, I think a lot of like kind of nerdcore fandoms have that kind of thing too, where it's like Harry Potter was that way too when it first came out. There was not a lot of people who, you know, were into it, or people who kind of like made fun of the people who were into it, and then
Right.
it's like everybody liked it, or like. You know, there was the whole discourse around the Wednesday show where it's like, okay, everybody was like, oh, Wednesday is so cool and stuff. And it's like, well, did you know, is Wednesday actually really cool, or did you make fun of goth kids when you were in middle school?
Yeah,
high school, you
I
know?
suppose you're right. I didn't even think of that.
So,
yeah.
because, yeah, I mean, like, you know, I like was, you know, friends with a lot of like the emo and goth kids and
Yeah.
stuff. And because I was like a emo punk kid.
Yeah.
and,
I didn't mean to laugh. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh.
no, that's
at,
okay.
Okay.
But it's true. Like, I mean, with all these people, like, who are like, oh, I'm a weird girl. And I'm like, no, girl, you're not. Come on, stop it. Like,
Right.
There's nothing weird about you. You're so normal. It's
Right.
hilarious. So, so maybe they would have needed the full walkthrough because they wouldn't have seen it.
Right.
Because-
Even now, I think there was some, depending on your level of fandom, perhaps now you would still even need it, because some kids, they only saw the Phantom Menace, that series, and that's their trilogy, more or less.
Yeah, I wonder.
Which, yeah, I have thoughts on, but, you know, whatever.
I think a lot of people do.
Right.
Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, for a variety of reasons.
Misa hate that.
Well, I guess that about wraps it up for this one. So I would ask you what you thought, but it seems like you didn't like this one. But I don't think...
I don't like it as a choose book, but it's not like I didn't like it as just a read, you know?
Right.
But as in terms of a flip, choose your own adventure book, like there weren't a lot of choices
Right.
in the path that I read, because it just,
Right.
my gosh, it just was so long and it was not a lot of choosing.
I agree that there weren't a lot of choices, but I feel like, at least in my path, the choices you were able to make were so cool and just so different from any other choose your own adventure book.
Okay.
So I really like this one. I kind of recommend it. I mean, it's hard to get a hold of now, obviously.
Yeah.
But just for those few choices that were just so different, and this, just again, a complete 180 from the movie, what you expect, I thought that was really cool. Well, I think that about does it. Thanks for listening today, everybody, and may the 4th be with you. Make sure that you...
Revenge of the 5th. We could release it on either day.
Make sure that you like and subscribe on the podcatcher of your choice, just so you can stay on top of recent episodes. If you have an Apple device, go on to Apple Podcasts, give us a 5-star review, give us a nice rating and review, because it just helps the show grow a little bit. And make sure that you follow us on Instagram, because Abby posts some fun stuff, some wild stuff, and we're having fun over there. It's also the best way to probably contact us, too.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, if you have any, just want to say hi.
Yeah. You can send us messages. I won't ignore them, probably.
So, yeah, we're having fun over there. So, thanks for choosing us today, everybody. My name is Peter. I'm a librarian.
My name is Abby. I'm also a librarian.
This has been Choose Your Own Book Club. We'll see you next time. We got to record another episode.
Bye. Bye.
2.
Double bye.